captains of the Whitecaps trading punches. It's 3-2 West Michigan as we go to the top of the third. Two-run home run by Gage Workman puts the Whitecaps in front. Julian Escobedo to lead things off for the captains. Top of the Lake County order against the lefty Adam Wolf. Escobedo, Valera, and Tana in the captain's third. Left on left, Wolf on Escobedo. Top of the captain's order. Wolf throws. There's a strike called on the inside corner, 0-1. So here are the 6 straight lefties in the captain's lineup, starting with Escobedo against the southpaw Wolf, who throws. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch down and away. And we have said Wolf very, very, very tough on left-hand hitters.
And look at the bottom of the order. The non-lefties were the ones that got the runs in for the captains.
Delgado singled, Donovan walked, Peralta doubled. 0-2, a swing and a bouncer through the right side. A base hit for Escobedo. He's on for the second time tonight. Walked on 5 pitches in the first. That'll bring up George Valera. Well, George doesn't care what your numbers are against left-hand hitters. He doesn't care about anything but getting his pitch. George chopped out to first base in the first inning. Valera now with a .917 OPS. Best on the club. Left on left with Wolf. Captain's down 1. First pitch. Slider outside. 1 ball, no strikes. As we mentioned before, Valera has played a lot lately, as have many of these guys. He is one of the few showing no ill effects of all this playing time and lack of time off. 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss at a slider down and away. George is playing in his 16th straight game without a rest tonight. Most of those he's been playing a position too. Very few days as the DH during that stretch. 1-1 on the way. Runner takes off, pitches low, throw to second. Escobedo slides. He's in there. Wow. The throw by Johnson beat Escobedo by, 3 steps. And somehow the shortstop, Gage Workman, didn't get the tag down on Julian, who did a feet-first slide and I think hooked the right leg around the tag by Workman. That was some slide because Escobedo was meat. 2-1 on Valera. Tying run on second, nobody out. Wolf leans in. Gets the sign and sets. And the 2-1. Valera swings and it's a high fly ball. Deep left center. George watches it fly. A 2-run bomb to left center field. The summer of George continues. And the captains take a 4-3 lead in the third inning. Number 13 on the year for Valera. A missile off the stilted signs in left center field at the back of the berm. And they didn't graze those signs, Brian. I think that ball dented the left center field sign. The first pitch to Tana, a swing and a fly ball right field. Boyarsky turns. Goodbye, home run. Jose Tana and George Valera go back to back. 5-3 captains in the third inning. Valera hits number 13, Tana hits number 12, and these two teams like heavyweight fighters going punch for punch. Another lead change. Captain's in front now by 2, and here's Mike Capriz as Cooper Johnson comes out to have a word with his pitcher Adam Wolf, who had not given up a home run to a lefty all year and gives up 2 on 2 pitches to Valera and Tana. Well, anyway, Tana's home run, I think, hit the top of the signs in right. Valera's home run, I'm pretty sure, dented one of those signs in left center field. You could hear it, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
It was like you took a bat to a piece of aluminum siding. Good grief. second set of back-to-back home runs in a week by the Captains. Micah Prees was on the back end of one of those. First pitch, he goes around on a check swing. Ball was low. Prees went 0-1. Prees went back-to-back with Valera last week against Lansing. 0-1 is low. It was the first time the Captains had gone back-to-back in a game since June of 2019. And now they've done it twice since Sunday. 1-1 outside, 2-1. Tell you another thing, if Adam Wolf thought he was throwing a get-me-over pitch to Tana after giving up the home run to George, had another thing coming. 1-1 pitch, punched foul. Prees hits it off his foot in the box, and it's 2-2.
That's a good point. The other, I will say this. You said George watches it fly. He was staring into the dugout not long after that ball left his bat. I think he's looked at that ball, watched it, realized it was gone, and then his attention was on the dugout.
2-2, swing and a miss and a slider down low. Wolf strikes out for the first out of the third. Back-to-back Captains homers by Valera and Tana. Make it 5-3 Captains in the third inning, and Victor Nova coming up. The fact that George can do that on an opposite field home run is spectacular. He hit that ball out to left center field, stood in the batter's box, watched it get toward the wall, flipped the bat, turned around, shuffled 3 times watching the dugout, and then rounded the bases. Here's Victor Nova to the plate, the wind and a pitch from Wolf. Nova takes a slider off the plate outside. One thing I love about Valera's propensity for celebrating his home runs is it's becoming its own little bit. 1-0, fastball high and tight, 2-0. Yes, it is organic in the sense that you never get the sense that what George is doing is contrived in any way. He is very genuinely excited. 2-0, fouled back by Nova, 2-1. But Brian, you grew up as a fan of the Chicago Cubs.
I did.
At a time when Sammy Sosa had one of the most iconic home run celebrations in the game. And I would equate Valera's home run celebration to that of Sammy Sosa during that era. 2-1 is a fastball outside, 3-1.
I mean, I'm one who was imitating Sammy Sosa while playing wiffle ball in my backyard growing up. So I know what it feels like to hop around after you leave the batter's box. But Valera's is a touch different.
3-1 is outside ball 4. Nova works a walk. Yeah, because Sosa was shuffling facing the field of play. Valera is very purposefully shuffling facing away from the field of play. His back is to the ball he hit, and he's facing the Captain's first base dugout. All of his attention is on his teammates.
It's, I don't know if we've seen one in a while that George has hit when the Captains are in the third base dugout.
Oh, that's a good. I was just thinking about that.
When
actually,
he does that, he's just going to backpedal all the way to first.
Here's Joe Naranjo to the plate with the Captains up 5-3. A one-out walk to Nova. He's on first. Wolf deals. Naranjo takes a slider in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Now, he hit 2 in Lansing. One of them was a no-doubter. The other, he did not celebrate off the bat because it just cleared that tall 22-foot wall in left center field. But one of them he did celebrate. 1-0, fastball high, 2-0. I think what he did, because the Captains are in the third base dugout in Lansing, I'm pretty sure what he did is he just flipped the bat, stared at the ball, and took his jog. I get the sense he really loves it when the Captains are in the first base dugout and he can turn and face them as they watch the homer. 2-0, Joe takes high and tight, 3-0 on Naranjo. Isn't it just so much fun, though?
It really is. It is a true joy to watch George Valera, particularly on offense, but in general, just play baseball. He has become must-watch in every time he is in the batter's box.
The pitch, Joe swings on 3-0 and misses. 3-1 on Naranjo. We've talked to staff members here, fans here, some of our writing press, and they all say the same thing. they're all stopping to watch George. No matter what the score, no matter what the situation is. 3-1 is outside ball 4, and so back-to-back walks will bring up Ray Delgado, and there's some action in that West Michigan bullpen. Catcher Cooper Johnson comes out to have a chat with Wolf. Whole infield coming in now, too. And you know who else is coming out? Manager Brian Pena. That's it for Wolf. Wow. So in a already back and forth game, the captains have fired the last bullet. A pair of home runs back to back. George Valera and Jose Tena. And after a strikeout, Wolf has walked 2 in a row. 5-3 captains. New arm coming in for West Michigan in the third. Back after this on WJCU.org.